So you asked about the virtual museum. It is in the Edge portfolio. So if you go to the portfolio, you'll actually see when you go into world history. My computer's acting a little slow, so bear with me. Right over here is your virtual museum links. Okay, so basically you could create another page in this if you wanted to do that. You could create another page in your portfolio, and basically you would, create page here. You'd call it, right now it's Age of Reasoning, and you could put all your pictures there and add all your little, all of your little pieces if you wanted to, and I can show you how to do that. I would basically copy this, then I would create page, and then I would want to create a web page, and I would call it, I would paste it right there. I want to put it under world history, okay, and then I would just create the page. And then once I create the page, I can actually then like here maybe instead I want to say museum artifact. And then in here I could put a picture, I could insert a picture of the Magna Carta. I already downloaded one to my desktop, so let me find it. I've got a lot of yucky stuff in here that I've got to try and get rid of. It's making my computer go slow. So Magna Carta is right here, since I think that's a good artifact. I think it's important because it's basically when people decided that kings shouldn't have all the power, okay? So I can resize this, I can put it in the middle, I can put it on the right if I want to. I'll just keep it there. I can also change the size if I want to, if I want to go smaller, if I want to go larger, okay? Or I can go back to the original, which I like that, so I think I'll work with that. So now if I want to write on this, I actually have to put wrap on, and to get to edit, I just tap on the image and I hit wrap on. Now what it'll do is it will allow me to write. See my cursor up at the top here? So I know that in the instructions it says you need to have a creative title. So you might want to put, maybe here's my title, Freedom from Kings, because basically that's what I feel like the Magna Carta was. So I can make this bigger, I can make it bold. Let's go, I want to make it bigger. So there's my, catchy title. When I go to the next, it also says that I have a detailed biographical description of the artifact. So this could be a bullet. So then I would just give the Magna Carta, actually this should be Magna Carta was important because, and then I would just list all of the stuff here. And then I would put in, cause and effect analysis, what had happened, this came into play, what happened because of it. Basically, this came into play, and then all of a sudden, kings no longer had power over the people. Their rule wasn't absolute anymore. And then I would also put a caption at the bottom here, and you can do that by scrolling down here at the bottom. You can actually just keep scrolling. You could put a caption right under here if you wanted to. The Magna Carta, blah blah blah. So that's one way you can do that. Once you create that page and you save it, then you can actually link back to it. So if you go back to world history and you go here, you can actually edit this page, highlight this and put link, and then we'll ask you, do you want to link to an existing page? Do you want to link to a web page? Here, I know I created that page, so I'm going to find it. It's in world history. It's called Museum Artifact. So then I hit OK. So now what you'll see here is once I hit save, this now is a link, and if I click on it, it'll take me to that page that I created. Now, you could also get creative and say, I want to do a Prezi instead. So here's my Prezi. So let me put in my creative title. So I just want to write. So, ugh, why isn't this letting me write? Okay, so here it goes. Let's see, double tap on it. Freedom from Kings. So that's my title. And remember, I can move this wherever I want to. And then let's say that I wanted, to have some more text here. So I could put my other text here. Maybe. Again, my computer's acting weird. Okay. So here I could do my bullet list if I wanted to. Right? So I can say, okay, gave lords freedom from kings. Okay? I can do all those little pieces. I could put a caption here. I could do my paths. So I can move this over here. I could set up all my paths. So I want you to go here, to here, to here. I could play it, make sure that that's what I want it to do. I can do that by going to show, and then if I hit my arrows forward, okay, so then I can see and make sure that's what I want it to do, okay, and when I'm done, I can actually save it, right? So I can save this, and then if I exit, it'll save it. Then what I can do is once I get to my home page, I can actually click on the link to share this. Okay, so I can get the link. And in order for other people to see it, I would have to see, it says, let's see. So I take that link and I can actually go back to my artifact, right? If I go back to my world history page, I go back to this page and edit it, I can actually do probably one of two things because it allows me to edit. I could go here and I could create a new link. So what I do is I highlight it again. Let me do this. My computer's slow. Highlight it again. Do a web address instead. That's going to open in that Prezi. I always want it to open in a new page because it's not in my portfolio. Then I'm going to save it, and what will happen is this will become a link, and when I click on it, it'll take me to the Prezi instead, which is a different way to do it. You can also do the same thing with the Glogster, the new Glog, okay? You can actually create that and then put that in as a link. I think the first thing you need to do is at least put your questions together, okay? Then when you have your PLN on Wednesday, you can have Todd help you figure out which is the best tool that you're going to use to put this piece together, okay? And then of course I'll be helping. I would be happy to help you also. So if you have an idea, if you have your images, you know, let me see them and we'll see what we can create together. Alright, but first find your 3 images. If you need help finding them, let me know.